Pyongyang, North Korea. The smiling Chinese emissaries signed the document before him and passed it to the South Korean diplomat for his signature. Under a blaze of lights, history was made once more. A friendship pact between two countries that a little over 60 years before had been bitter enemies. The event went virtually unnoticed in the West, except in some of the trade news. Just another international trade deal, but then again, it was a busy news day. The elections in the United States were just over, and the people were waiting to see what parts of his platform the new president would enact first. Great Britain and the rest of the European community were mired in their own problems, and even Russia failed to take notice. Kim Jong-un, supreme leader of North Korea, did not miss this news. He watched it unfold live on the pirated South Korean news channel fed to the 90-inch television in his office. He clenched his fists in impotent anger as he watched the full scale of China's treachery unfold with each pen stroke. He stabbed a finger down on his intercom. "Get Sung here, now!" Sung had taken over Chun's position as deputy director. He arrived in record time, having also seen the broadcast. This news, combined with the report he held in his hands of the Brazzaville operation's failure to capture Chung, ensured it would not be a pleasant visit. He moved through the heavy wooden door into the Supreme Leader's opulent office. Kim Jong-un sat behind his desk in near darkness. The image on the television screen provided the only illumination. He did not turn to face Sung when he entered. "Have you seen?" It was a statement, not a question. "And your men let Chun escape?" "Yes, I have seen. And yes, the MPS failed to deal with Comrade Chun." There were no other answers. Kim Jong-un did not tolerate lies. He was informed of our intentions and was well prepared for the MPS agents. Kim Jong-un allowed a small note of admiration to creep into his voice. "He saved me the trouble of ordering their deaths for their failure." Kim Jong-un turned to face Sung. "I would expect no less of Chung. Father always said he fought to win." Kim Jong-un looked back at the still smiling visage of the Chinese special diplomat to South Korea and his entourage. All were shaking hands and smiling for the cameras of the world. He gestured with an accusatory finger at the screen. "Look at them. It is their ultimate revenge, their ultimate punishment upon us. They have waited years for a chance to destroy us, to drag us down to their level of communism. They prostrate themselves for the right to sell their souls to feed the hunger of the West for cheap consumer goods. They would see us held on the same leash, another country of slaves strapped to the tables and assembly lines. They seek to destroy our great country, a country my grandfather and father built. I will not let that happen, and nor will you." He held up his right hand. In it was a final version of Sung's plan. "Implement your plan. I am informing the Army and the Air Force to increase the number of drills by the demilitarized zone." Rage still in his voice, Kim Jong-un brought his fist down on the mahogany desktop. "We must bring ourselves to readiness. I will not allow this Chinese slight to go unpunished." He grew calm. "You may deal with individuals who stand in the way of this as you see fit. You must double your efforts." "At once, Supreme Leader." Sung turned and left. On his way down in the private elevator, he smiled to himself. The plan was already in motion. Sung was sure he had done his best to ensure secrecy and deniability.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.